Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Chidiebere and today we will be looking at phone number authentication using Firebase and Flutter. Phone number authentication simply means verifying your identity using your phone number. If you enter your phone number into a system or into an application, it tries to verify that yes, you are the owner of this phone number by sending you a one-time password, which we normally call OTP. And this OTP is what you will enter and authenticate. So let's dive in. Where you go from here, just go to console.firebase.google.com. It will take you to this place. And let me select another account. So it's going to take you to a new place, and here we call it phone underscore authentication. Okay, let's call it phone dash authentication. So we continue. Here it will ask for Google Analytics, so we don't want Google Analytics, and we'll create our project. So it's going to take a short while to build, and then it can continue. So it's building, and I've taken some time out to build this interface so we don't spend much time creating it, but I'm going to explain the code which I used to create this interface. Okay, I guess it must have finished. Okay, it's finished now, and now we have our new project. It takes us automatically into our new project. So in this place now, the first thing to do is to do what? Is to come to authentication. And when you get to authentication, click on getting started. Now we have email and password and so many others. So we want phone authentication. And then we enable this. Now this authentication method applies to Apple, Android, and web. Now, if we want to add our test phone number, we can do that by entering our test phone number here and the verification code which we will enter each time we want to authenticate. This is because if you use a particular phone to test multiple times, Firebase will automatically block that phone for that day from receiving OTP. And when you try to authenticate using that phone number again, you will not receive OTP on that number. So it's advisable that if you're going to use it multiple times, just enter that phone number here and then enter the verification code, 6 digits, which you want to be used. It can be 000 into 6, then or 1 2 3 4 5 6, or whatever you choose, but it must be a number. Then you can click on save and you save, but I don't want to do that, so I will continue. So leave every other thing the way they are, and then we have enabled our phone authentication here. Enable it and then click on save here. It's going to save it, and phone number has been enabled here. So go back, click on this gear here, click on it, go to project setting. Now it will take you to somewhere like this. Now we are building for Android for now. This is for iOS, this is for web, and this is for game programmers. So we are building for Android. So I click on this Android icon here. It takes me to this place. Now this is where we'll get the information which we require from our application. Now go back into your project, and then under Android folder, click on Android folder, then click on app. Then you will see source folder, sroc, and build.gradle. So double click on this Gradle to open it, and then we are looking for the name of this application. Okay, so see the name here. See the identifier name here. This is it here. It's located under default config. then application ID, and then I copy this. And I'll go back to my project here. Okay, this is called package name. Sorry, it's called a bundle identifier in iOS. So I paste this here, and then the name of my app, phone number authenticator. So this is optional. This is just the nickname I want to identify my app with. So there is this thing called debug signing key. Debug signing key. This is used for to be able for you to be able to send the OTP or know where to send the OTP. Now, any app that is signed with this debug signing key will automatically get the OTP sent from this particular Firebase application which we are currently building. So for us to get this debug signing key, for email, it's not required, but since it's phone number, we will need it. So what do? We go over to this place. But before you can be able to do this, make sure you've already run your application and that your application has run at least once. This is so that it can be able, this your Gradle can be able to build the application and get the required information that it needs, or compile the application to get ready the required information that we will need. So look at this Gradle W here. Click on it, then right click. Then you go to open in. That is if you are using Android Studio. If you are using VS Code, then you will see open in terminal when you right click. So our aim is to open it in terminal. So I go and open it so that it can open here. The idea is that it will pick up the location of this guy. So this guy, this is our folder here, our project folder, and this Gradle W is located under the Android folder. So this is it here. So with this now, I can do Gradle W, then signing report. This is what you type, and then you click on enter. So it's going to compile. Let me show you what it's doing. It's going to compile, and after it will show you a bunch of keys, your signing keys, Firebase key, and a lot of keys which you will need. So this is what we are looking for. This is our app signing key here, and we are looking for this particular key, SHA1. We can put this and SHA256 if we want to, but let's just make use of only one here. So I copy this. This is what I'm looking for. It's the first thing you see here. So I copy it. I go back to my project or Firebase this, and I register the app. So this is it here. This is it. This is the first step which we just completed. Now the second step here is telling us to download our configuration file, which I'm going to do. I will download it by clicking on download. It's already here. I will open it on my folder, look for it on my folder. This is it here. Now I've downloaded it before, that's why it gave it another number 1. Yours might just be Google services without this one, but if it has this one, don't worry, we'll remove it in while we are putting it. So I copy this file, this particular file, and I go back to my, so they show you where you are going to add this file. It's going to come under the folder app here. So we go over to this place, and then let me bring this down so we have enough space. Now this is our Android folder, this is our app folder, so it should come under this app folder. Let's take a look again. This is our app folder, and it's directly under this app folder. So I'm going to go to this place, Android app, right click and paste. Now because it's having 1, I'm going to remove this one, and it's just Google services.json. Then you click on OK, and it adds it to this place for you. So once this is added, go back to this place, click on next, and then select this line. You see this line that is green here? Select this line. So they say we should put it in build.gradle. We have two build.gradle. One is for the project and the other one is for the app itself. So we are putting it at the project level. This is what I copied. This part, class part. So once you click on it, it automatically copies it for you. So it doesn't allow you to highlight it. So I already copied it. I go over to my project here. So this is my project folder here, and this is the build.gradle that I'm looking for, located here. This is the build for this project, and this other one is the build for application because it's located directly under this app, and this guy is located directly under where? Under our Android folder, app Android. So the one we are putting is located under Android folder. So go ahead and open this. To be sure you are putting it in the right place, you will see this class part here. Put here and put it in between these two class parts. So you have com.google.gms, Google services, then the version. Now we go over to our this and scroll. Now this is the one we need to add to our app level Gradle file. Now what do? I pick this. This is the one I'm going to pick. This one is already there, so no need for it. So this second one, apply plugin com.this, is the one I pick. And then now this is the Gradle where we are going to put it in. This is the Gradle. So this is where this is located. Go to the top, scroll until you're able to see this particular place, apply plugin. Then you put it after this com.android.this. So it should look like this. Don't forget, this second one, we are putting it into the build.gradle located under the app folder. Now, the other thing which you want to do is, we are almost done. We click next, and then we continue to console. So after everything, we set up our phone number authenticator for Android. This is for Android. So we are not doing iOS now. So this is our key which we added. If we want to add additional key, we can do add fingerprint and add. So, but we just want to deal with this for now. So with this out of the way, we go back into our project. Now let's focus on our project. So on your project, for the build.gradle file located under the app here, make sure that this version, minimum version, is 23. Normally, when you build your app for the first time, it should be on 16. Change it to 23. With that, you can be able to run your app when you try to run it. Now, apart from this, we now close this. So I'm going to scroll through this code slowly so you can as well build something like this. You can as well look at it and build something similar. So for now, okay, let's go over to packages first. Let me show you the packages I imported. Now, these are the 3 packages that I am using. Pin input, this is for our OTP which we will be putting. Firebase authentication, Firebase core, and this can be gotten from where? From here, pub.dev. Once you search for pin put, it will give you this. So this is where I got it from. You can do installing, and this is it, 1.2.2. So over here I have it here, 1.2.2. so you add your Firebase auth 3.3.5, Firebase core 1.11.0. so with this you do your pub get. Make sure you do pub get, and then it will get it for you. Then on your main file, we now come to this place. Under your main here, add these two lines, this and this. These two lines. You can pause the video to add it. Then you can also clear all the comments and then add something like this, something nice as this. Now, another thing you might encounter is that from this place, I change this theme SDK to 11. Normally, it should be 12. Please change it to 11 so that you don't have to deal with some null check and all that. Once you change it to 11, there is a question mark that is usually here. It's going to show error. Please remove the question mark. It's usually like this, required. So this is the way it will be, and it will show error due to the fact that you changed this from 2.12.0 to 2.11.0. So remove the question mark here, remove this and this, and then this is the normal title, string, this. So add this line. This is where our phone number will be stored for we to pass it over to the next page, which is the verification page. So take your time. I'm going to scroll slowly. Take your time. Everything you see here, just type it the way they are. And anyone, by the time you type the what's it called? Okay, it's not here. Just type it the way you see it. I'm going to scroll slowly. Just type it the way you see it, and done. So once you've typed this way, run your application and it should give you something as nice as this. Now, before we get this SH key, which we have here, I first of all have to run my application for it to compile. So if you got an error when you run this Gradle.signing key, that means you need to run your application at least once, even if it doesn't go through. At least let the Gradle whatever be able to build your application, and so that you'll be able to get this signing key. So with this said, we go over to our next page. So go over to this other, add a new page by right-clicking new that file, or if you are in Xcode, add a new page, call it verification.dat. So when you open this verification.dat now, we have a lot of things here. Now I'm going to scroll slowly over all this, type all this. I'll also provide this code in my GitHub account so you can download it and run it without having to go through all this stress of typing it. Now type this way you are seeing it, same way you are seeing it, same way you are seeing it. So after this, type, you can pause the video to type it, you can pause the video to type it, you can pause the video to type it, and after typing it, it's just for you to get familiar with the syntax and some other thing. And then after typing it, we are set for us to check it out. Now with this here, I want to add my phone number. So you have to add your zip code. If not, it's not going to work. 2348642555905. So get OTP. So this is what is going to show, and the OTP is supposed to come to my phone. Sorry, you might not be able to see it from that place, but the OTP is going to take some time to come to my phone, and it looks like we have some errors somewhere. So we'll try to debug this. Most time you might get some errors which might tell you, okay, let's try to do it again. With this one here now, I click on this. It gets okay, so the issue with it before was that after adding those configuration files, we needed to have restarted it by closing it and running it again so that it can synchronize those files. So I forgot to do that. So that was why it was crashing. And another thing, we can't run this here because this is not a physical device. And Firebase will try to interact with it like a physical device, and that will fail. So therefore, I'll move over to my own physical device and continue with the whole testing. So before that, please, here we want to make it nice so we can be able to see the codes we are entering or the OTP we are entering. On this line, please comment out this line that says this under verification page, and come down to this place. It says white, and you can change it to any color of your choice, which is not white. I put colors.teal here. So with this, I can now rebuild this, and so I'm running it both on this device and on my physical device. So I will I'll have to move over to my physical device now to do the testing.